Take three. Action. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Take Three. Did you miss us? Because we missed you, y'all.
Mhm.
We got the beautiful Miss Mitra in the building. What's going on, Big Meech?
Hello,
How are you?
hello. Great, great. Hopefully the same everywhere.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got the beautiful Miss Lulu. What's going on, Lulu? How are you?
Hey, I'm good.
That's what's
She
up.
Yeah.
Thank
rocked
y'all for
rough
coming
and
through.
stuff with her Afro puffs.
Hey, go on with your bad self. So look, you know what I'm saying? We've been a little busy. We've been on set. We've all been working on set. If you have not, check out our the reel with Tori Hart that we have up there on our page on YouTube. Check it out. We had a good time filming, but now it's back to reality. With that being said, can I get a drum roll, please, on for our next show? Can I hear the drum roll for our
Over
next
here?
show?
Thought I was. Can we hear it now? I don't know. I don't know what my audio is.
Oh, you wanted that.
Yeah, something. Yeah, can I get something? There we go. Okay, so look,
Okay.
the next show we decided to watch was none other than Netflix own Nemesis. Came out May 14th. One season, 8 episodes. Okay, so for this first episode that we're gonna do 1 through 4, and then we're gonna do a part two of this. It'll be 5 through 8. So Nemesis, written and created by Courtney Kemp. Now, if y'all don't know, Miss Courtney Kemp is a genius. She did Power. She does Raising Kanan. Oh my gosh, Raising Kanan, the last season's about to come out, so I got to start that over again so I could catch up just in case I missed something. She does all the heavy hitters, like the real thuggish, ruggish type show. She is a genius, man. I love her. She's just the creativity is amazing. It is always something different. So she's amazing. Directed by anybody know who is directed by? Mitra, you know?
I saw one that said Mario Van Peebles, and
Mario Van
I was
Peebles.
crunked about that one.
Now, if
Yes.
y'all don't know Mario Van Peebles, Lulu, that might be before your
I
time.
don't know who Mario Van Peebles is.
Okay, she a little young, y'all. Mario Van Peebles, amazing director. If y'all don't know, he was in what else? New Jack City. He also
Right, and he
directed
directed that too,
New
right?
Jack City. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go first because there's a few things that I noticed about this show that really caught my attention from the beginning to the very end.
Okay.
Like I said, directed by Mario Van Peebles, New Jack City. The very beginning, Halloween party. Guess who they were dressed as? Nino Brown and Unica.
Oh,
That's who they were dressed in. So it was already their correlation
They set it
between
up.
Nemesis
okay.
and New Jack City. I love that.
Okay.
And I kept looking, I was like, that's Nino Brown. You know, he had the Kango and all that, da, da, da. Then I said, hi, I'll be John Brown. So I love that. Also, I noticed that there were a lot of biblical names. With the grandfather, the father, and the son. The grandfather's name was Amos.
Mhm.
The main star, the dad's name was Isaiah, and the son's name was Noah. I thought that was pretty dope. And I scoped that out. There was also a scene. I think it was. I can't remember if it was 1 through 4. I think it was episodes 1 through 4. It was when he went to give the shoes out to the basketball team. It was
That's
around that
four.
area, that
Three or
around that
four.
time. And in the background, I think right before that scene, somebody was watching Martin. And it was the episode where Martin had somebody took his CD player and they did the New Jack City scene with the fake thunderstorm.
Oh,
Remember
wow. Okay, I
those?
didn't see those
I like
gems.
Yeah.
stuff like
Okay.
that.
It was a lot
Okay.
of references, and I love that, man. I loved it.
That is.
Um,
And then Jazz for Coltrane. The name Coltrane
yes,
was
Coltrane. Yep,
also,
yep,
yep, yep,
yep.
yep,
It
yep,
was
yep,
so
yep.
many references. I love that Courtney Kemp allowed him to gave him that type of allowed him to do that correlation
To
with
drop the gems. I love
a
it.
classic like New Jack City. Like Lulu, if you ain't Lulu, watch New Jack City.
Hold it, Lulu,
I
have
wasn't
you
even
haven't
gonna
watched New
say
Jack City
anything,
before?
but no, I've
Okay,
never
it's on
seen New
Tubi
Jack
right
City.
now. Please go take care of that.
Yeah, I don't got time to watch TV, but I will one day. One day I
Ooh-wee.
will.
We don't need that one day to be soon because we need to do a throwback.
Yeah.
If y'all pick that for a movie review, I'll watch it.
Let's do that. Because I
We
wonder
can do
now when
that.
we
We can
watch
do that.
movies now, how would we, see about them? Because Love
Right.
Jones, and we talked about that and different things too. I wonder
Especially,
how we would do that and like a juice and a, boy.
yeah. And it's a
Okay.
lot of things we don't notice as grown-ups. A lot of these
Mm-hmm.
movies we watched when we were teens or younger than that. And so now we grown up, we can
Probably shouldn't have
definitely
watched
kind of see things that or notice things that we didn't. So
it.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
please jump on that. Please jump on that. Um, I love the show. It had me from the very beginning. Like I said, when I saw Courtney Kemp, which I already knew she was the writer and creator of it, but when I saw Mario Van Peebles and I saw everything, like the action started off from jump and like the mystery and it had some big names, like it had Jaleesa from a different world.
Yep, she was
It
amazing.
had Moesha Daddy in there.
Why nobody know his
It had the dude Isaiah is from Abbott,
Abbott Elementary?
and
Yep, Abbott
then
Elementary.
Coltrane is from Issa Rae
Insecure.
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 You
His
know
wife
what I'm
was
saying?
on the game. Isaiah's wife.
Mhm.
She was the
Yeah,
one that was on the
Gabrielle
game.
Dennis,
Mhm.
and
She plays consistent
I
character.
love her.
Yep. Yep.
She's so
So
beautiful. I didn't care for her character. Her character was kind of pissing me off because I was like, "Why are you telling your man business to this woman?"
they both were. They
They
both were getting
both
on my
were, but
nerves.
the other girl was more of a was setting all of that up. We'll get into that later
But
on
that
the
was her
other.
friend. You tell your friends your business,
But
though.
I think she was doing a little, and especially with the man. That's later on. I ain't trying to get too
Yeah,
far
but when
into it.
you're unhappy, you're
That's
you're
what you
looking for
do.
ear. Yeah, when people are
To a
unhappy
new
though,
person though, you ain't had
yeah,
no
they don't.
friends.
But I think that they built the rapport because just how they were feeling about each other, they had to have been friends for some time. That's how I was feeling. Not like a long time, but it seemed like they uprooted their. This is what I've been. They had their life there, and she met her, and they got close. People who are like that, I don't know. You said no.
I'm thinking maybe she didn't really have friends because it's not like they show her out with her homies or nothing like that. So
Yeah.
You
maybe
have other
she
outlets.
didn't have anybody to really talk to like that. So she entrusted. They did the donate what the charity
The
event or
gala or whatever.
that gala.
Because
Yeah,
I probably wouldn't do that because I'm a more private person. But I do feel like, and I have people who come up first, second time. You just know their life story, and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But I mean, this was great. This was great. I didn't want to start it because I remember I talked to you, Lulu, like right when we decided we was going to watch that. And I said, I ain't started yet because I want to make sure I remember. Now, I always take notes, but I said, I want to make sure I kind of try to remember. So I'm going to watch it closer to by the time we start filming, recording. And so I started watching it last week and I was like, let me watch 2 episodes. And I watched 2 episodes for 4 days. Huh. I watched them 2 episodes and I watched like 3 or 4 episodes and then I was done like the third day. It had my attention. The action was on point. There was a lot of the storyline was on point. The actor that played Isaiah, I think I'm just so used to him being on Abbott Elementary that I didn't take his hardcore cop character serious at first until like maybe a little later on. There were a couple of edits that I noticed that I was like, oh, that won't edit it right when they were in and this is probably just from working on set, so you'd see things. When Isaiah and Noah were in the diner and he had his little radio, Isaiah was trying to tell him about the girl that he liked, and he was kind of focused on their, what was going on.
Mhm.
But they was eating a burger, and there was a toothpick in a burger. And one scene, the toothpick
Oh,
was gone, and the other one it
I
was
did
there.
see
And
that.
I was like, oh, they messed
Why
up.
would they do?
You
I
saw that,
did see
Lulu?
that. Yes, that did see that. I'm like, wait a minute. I hate when they do that, but I guess they were like, they're not gonna pay attention to that.
Yeah,
I
well, we
don't
saw
like when
it.
they don't really eat or either try to eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, me
Certain
neither.
stuff is just like, oh my goodness, y'all are making it so whatever.
and it makes
But
me mad because I
get it,
likes to
get it.
eat.
Yeah, I know, right? And
So
if
you
it
just gonna
look
waste that
good
burger?
too. Yes. Now, what did you think about the act? Because there have been a lot of comments about him overacting in it. So you
Who's
don't think
that?
he was
Isaiah?
overacting? Yes.
I think that and maybe that's what it was, that maybe I felt like he was overacting a little bit in the first few episodes. He was just trying too hard to be that type of cop that his character was supposed to be. Not saying that the show was still amazing, it was still great, but I did notice that it was like, okay,
Yeah.
that don't sound, some things didn't sound right coming out of his mouth.
Everything was intense. I'm on the fence about it because I kind of see where it could come from, but then the words and the story match with that like kind of intense because it's like, dude, like chill. You are on like a 15,
Mhm.
out of 1 out of 10, you're on a 15 on a hunt
Yeah.
for these people, these guys, whatever. So it almost kind of went with the character, but when you start to put that LA backdrop and he's
Mhm.
supposed to be
Right.
this whatever kind of police officer, it does start to kind of be like, okay, wait a minute, hold up. Something, I wasn't sure what it was, but it was like something. But I did, like the storyline, the casting, I think they took the Tyler Perry route of casting the men's and stuff. I like a big dog too.
So
So
wait, what about
sorry.
Coltrane? I think he did great. I think
Oh
Coltrane
yeah, yeah,
did.
yeah.
That guy
Yeah.
did.
Both
All that's
did
what
good.
when I say that the Tyler, I'm saying like all of the leading men
Hmm.
were
And they look
Oh,
good
okay. I
too.
got you. I
visually,
got you.
yes, because
They
that's
look
that's
real good. Hmm.
yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
Lulu.
You
Yes, they look
yes,
good.
you don't understand that part. But
Mhm.
yes, I feel like all of the men, the leading men roles were definitely great to look at. And they did a great job in acting too. So let me not take away from that but
Yeah.
yeah, they definitely did that.
And I'm sorry to cut you off. They did great with the parent to child sisters, like how they look,
Mhm.
you know what I'm
Oh yeah, the
saying?
women too.
They did very good with, trying to find actors that look something like their parents or their siblings. They get good
They
job
did
with
good on
They
that.
didn't do good on my girl's leave out though.
Ooh,
That was the only thing I
that.
was
Ooh,
the older
uh
sister, you talking about?
Train's baby mama or wife. Was that his wife?
Yeah,
Her
his
leave out
wife.
was
Yeah.
making me very
it
upset.
was kind because it was kind of wild. It was like she just woke up, you know.
No, I liked the curly hair. It was just her hair at the top wasn't like looking blended enough to me.
Like her
Like I
texture.
like when people get like textured hair to match their texture instead of trying to get a different texture. So I was looking at that, but she was beautiful. She's beautiful. But I'm just like, ugh, I don't like that curly hair with her. And I see her hair, but whatever.
And they did like they could definitely be related. So I thought the
They
casting
did. They
on the
did.
women and men. So let's say the casting on the women and men did great. And then the character, in terms of the writing, all of them also had their own dimensions and stories going on too. So that was refreshing and nice to see as well.
Yeah. The only thing I say is I wanted them to have a more of like a Cali cadence. The only one that had it was that one guy, Unc.
Not the cool and
Yeah, he's
oh
the
good.
only one that had the cadence of somebody from Cali. Nobody else talked like they were from Cali.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
only thing that I would wish. I'm like, well, maybe he moved there, but it's like, yeah, they're not from Cali, but it made it seem like they grew up in Cali.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's the only thing I would say.
I
Like, that
understand too.
moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So episodes 1 through 4, had y'all wanting to see episode 5?
Absolutely, because it ended with Unc getting shot up and killed. So and from the warehouse. So we definitely had to get it popping with episode 5. Like, all right, Val, what's gonna happen? I knew Unc was gonna die. I knew he was gonna die
Yeah,
because
he
he
was
was
messy.
stupid. He was young. He was doing the most. I thought he was gonna die a little earlier. Oh, and they had the dude who was gambling, who watched. They were saying he played on Power too. He was one of the lawyers.
Oh, he
Yeah.
was. He
He played on
was.
Power.
He definitely was with Angela. Yeah,
I don't
that's
remember
Yeah.
that.
that's about it. Lulu probably didn't watch Power either.
I don't like, even though this show was like good, I don't like shows like this. It gives me anxiety. I know that sounds crazy, but I wanted the bad guys to win so bad.
That's what
And
was so
and I
amazing about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I actually rooted for them too because
yeah.
like I said, one guy was just being so whatever about it. It's like,
Yeah. So you
dude.
knew like something was gonna happen because and then they also went so deep on him that something was gonna happen, but I also didn't want anything to happen to him either. But
Mhm.
so it just sometimes with that it's just like, oh my God, there's so many variables. It drives me insane.
Right. Yeah.
Especially when they look good. I know this is personal. It just makes me feel some type of way. I don't like it per se, but it was definitely good. I think it was a shocker too that I didn't pay attention to them saying like unc and nephew. I didn't know that was they're really related.
Yeah. Because that was he just
Yeah.
was younger than him.
Yeah, that's what
I
they were
didn't I
making fun
didn't
of
think that.
that
I
family
thought that was just like a
dynamic.
Cali thing and they were just
Because
doing
he
that.
was
But when
like,
it really
I
happened, I'm
ain't
like, oh
doing this
shit.
unless Unc do it. I'm not it was something one of the robberies or something like that. He was like, the nephew was like, I'm not doing it unless Unc do it, And I was like, oh, they some kin, but Mama just had him a little late.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought. That was
didn't
good
put
at
that
them doing
together.
too.
I just thought he was just saying it because he would like, I don't know. I just thought that's what they was just calling each other. Cause I feel like that's a Cali thing. I don't know if I'm tripping.
I do think it's a Cali thing too, but I think it also was a reference to their relationship. But I think
Yeah.
that's how they say it. As I would say, uncle. I would call my uncle uncle. I wouldn't call him unc. Um, so I do think it's a Cali
Cali
reference as
Pinto.
well.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. So I was like, oh, with that episode, it made me kind of upset. I did not want to watch episode 5. That irritated me.
See, I think, and that's what I do find that it was interesting in bringing into because it were their characters. Because they son Noah, there were people who just consistently would get to me a little irritating. To me, I'm just like, oh goodness.
Yeah.
But I know that was probably part of the characters' charm and or purpose in there. Because I was
Mhm.
like, what the heck?
Good and bad parts to them to make you. Because I
Mm,
knew that Unc was going to die. But the fact that I realized that he was related to what's his name, that's what made it
I could
sad
be
for me
that.
more so than that. Because I was irritated with his ass anyway. He was pissing me off.
Why? Because he had a bunch of women.
That and he was just frivolous with his money because he was fucking up the money. So he was the reason why they felt like they had to keep doing the shit, which
Yeah,
irritated me. And then he kept fucking up. He wasn't listening. He wasn't thinking about the team. He was thinking about what he wanted. He was being greedy.
yeah.
And I feel like when you can't be greedy doing shit like that, especially if you haven't got caught, because that's the reason why everybody was on their ass in the first place. So it was irritating me.
I
So
And
see
that's
what
how
you're
they, when they robbed those jewelry stores, they had to end up killing two people because he took his eye off of, the prize because
saying.
he was betting. So he's trying
mhm.
to figure out what's going on. Oh, I got to see who about this game tonight. Um,
See,
but
and there you go, right there. But I think that's what made us root for the bad guys too, because I feel like they
Yeah.
had kind of a code, so it wasn't like they were
Mhm.
recklessly trying to go out and harm people. Not that
Yeah.
robbery is
right.
necessarily a crime, but it's like I'd rather, of course, be robbed than killed. So
Yeah.
I love shows and movies where I'm rooting for the bad guy. And I
Same.
knew this was because it wasn't a movie. I knew that neither one of them was going to die. Not yet, because we still got another season to do.
Yeah.
better, yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
are.
it was just the lead up to everything. And we're going to get to episodes 5 through 8 because I'm excited to talk about that.
Okay.
So let's do that, shall we?